All right, so this is a little bit ironic on my video, my recent video about ego and awakening, blah, blah, blah. I had a comment by YouTube Truth Arrow Michael Dash and 9105. And YouTube Truth Arrow Michael Dash and likes to write walls of text. Okay? And not only does he like to write walls of text, he likes to write walls of text about how other people aren't awake. And in doing so, he likes to prove my point about ego. So here it is. This guy, YouTube Truth Arrow Mike, he's obviously far more awake than I could ever be. And you know how I know that? I know that because he needed to come here and tell me that. Okay, let's read together. Somehow, I don't think any of you are awake to anything much, and I say that with all the love and care an Aussie can. Okay, let's ignore the grammar mistakes and just go on that. Okay, so somehow he's going off of one video of mine. Somehow he doesn't think that any of us are awake. Only Australians can be. Americans don't seem to understand they both took your Constitution and rights away in 1933. This could not be any clearer with... Okay, I'm not reading this anymore. This is drivel. There is no punctuation. Anyway, so because I didn't discuss in this video about ego and awakening, I didn't discuss the constitutional rights being taken away in 1933, which I could discuss ad nauseum. Ad nauseum. There's just no point to it. See, from where I come from, it's pointless to discuss stuff like that because it's already been discussed. We already know that the country enslaved us in the early 1900s, late 1800s. What's the point of going over that constantly? You know, where I come from is let's find a way to move forward without that, okay? See, where you're coming from, YouTube Truth Arrow Michael, you're coming from the perspective of a slave. You're saying these people have the ability to enslave me, and look, here's the date in which they did. I'm saying, no, I'm not enslaved. You're only enslaved if you choose to be part of that system, don't you? Right? So they took away your Constitution and rights. Let's delve into that a little bit. Come on, YouTube Truth Arrow Michael. They took away our Constitution and our rights. Can they do that? Okay, the Constitution's a piece of paper. I still have that piece of paper available to me to read, so they didn't take it away. Now, did they try and do some fancy legal framework to make it so that from their perspective, we are slaves? Yeah, absolutely. Do we have to listen to that? Only if we're slaves, yeah. So, Michael, YouTube Truth Arrow Michael, you're a slave, okay? And here you are as a slave, admitting you're a slave, telling me that you're more awake than I am. Isn't that insane, Michael? YouTube Truth Arrow Michael. Isn't that a little insane? Isn't it insane to argue which slave is freer than which slave? So, I don't know where you're coming from, man. I suggest you learn punctuation a little better. I'm not a slave because I don't give a fuck what those people say or do. You know, they can come up with all of the, it's still very early where I am. They can come up with all of the illegitimate government dictates and edicts that they want to. That doesn't mean you have to listen to them. And they can't take away your rights because they didn't give them to you. Okay? You're trying to come on my page saying I'm not awake. You still think other humans can take away your rights, okay? So let's get to first grade before you start talking about what's in high school, right? So I just had to add my 2 cents there. Thanks for your comment, Michael. YouTube Truth Arrow Michael.